Wednesday. It's hump day. After today, it is a smooth sail into the weekend, and you know exactly how I feel about weekends. It's Watch Out Wednesday, and just like we do every Wednesday, we're going to be discussing one of the most dangerous pitfalls that you can fall into when you're trying to get into shape. And of course, we're going to kick off this episode the same way we kick off every episode with the dance your butt off. This totally counts as your workout. So, are you ready to discover how to avoid falling into one of the most dangerous pitfalls and get your workout on all in less than 15 minutes? Good. Let's go get 'em. As always, we're going to kick off this episode with the dance your butt off. This totally counts as your workout. And the idea behind this silliness is that if you're struggling to get motivated to work out, the fix is going to be making one small change that you can sustain day after day. It's a big ask to go from not working out at all to working out for half an hour or more multiple times a week. And so, to help you get started building a fitness habit that you can sustain day after day, what we're going to do is you and I are going to work out together right now in this moment for the length of just one song. And by workout, what I mean is we're going to dance our butts off. You and I right now are just going to get our boogie on. Today's track comes to us actually from Ladorian, featuring vocals from Andy De Los Santos. Again, this is the second track that we've heard vocals from Andy De Los Santos from, and I'm not surprised because this guy really can sing. Andy, you have quite the set of pipes, my friend. It's the first time we have played Ladorian on the show, though, and when you hear this track, I think you'll understand why. So, without further ado, I say we just get into it. So, start that countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
We're going to do it a little bit different today. I thought we'd add a little bit of structure to the dance your butt off. This totally counts as your workout. And so what I want you to do right now is I want you to just step back and forth. Step your right foot into your left, and then step your left foot into your right. Nice and easy. Easy little shuffle. Find the beat with your feet. Just gonna take it really easy here in the beginning. All right, now the song's picking up a little bit, so are we. We're gonna pick up our shuffle just a little bit. And we're gonna add a little bounce in there. Shuffle and bounce. This is an easy song to dance to, right? Just shuffle and bounce. You can make those bounces as big as you want, or as little. Just the shuffle alone is going to give you a little bounce. Alright, now we're going to throw some hands in. I want you to bring one arm up at a time. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm doing, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Don't get fancy, just get dancey. Just start moving your arms. So now your legs and your arms are moving at the same time. Alright, song's picking up again, so we're going to throw that bounce back in there, and now we got our arms in on the action. Andy De Los Santos. I love your voice, man. All right. Now throw your arms up and down. Up and down. All right, now we're going to slow it back down again. Nice and easy. Just the shuffle back and forth. If you're just tuning in and you're wondering what this goofball is doing dancing on your screen, this is the Dance Your Butt Off. This totally counts as your workout. And in the space of one song, we're going to get your whole workout on for the entire day. All right, now it's freestyle. Do whatever feels good. This song is coming to its crescendo close, so you can do whatever you want. Ooh. Boy, howdy. What a great track. I was a little worried about the Dance Your Butt Off. This totally counts as your workout today because it's getting tougher and tougher to find good dance songs for this show. But luckily, I ran into DeLorean and Andy De Los Santos again, and they gave us this amazing track. So thanks to both of them for making this Dance Your Butt Off. This totally counts as your workout. Best one yet. It is Watch Out Wednesday. And what that means is that we're going to identify some common pitfalls that you can run into when you're trying to get into shape. And we're going to, obviously, by identifying them, help you avoid falling into them. And today's Watch Out Wednesday. Today's Watch Out is about this thing that is in everybody's house. Every single person has one. And if you let it will really thwart your efforts towards getting into shape. It'll take all of the energy out of your program, and it'll make it really hard to keep going. It'll dispirit you, and it's in everybody's house. Everybody has one of these things, and everyone wants to use it to check in on their program and see if their Get in Shape program is working. And so there's this thing inside of everybody's house that everybody wants to use to check their progress that will actually dishearten you and make it harder for you to actually reach your goals. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever started? Okay, let's unpack this for a moment. Have you ever started a fitness program? It's, for example, right now our COVID bubbles are starting to dissipate, and we're moving back out into the world again. And it's the season is changing. It's getting warmer on us, and so we're starting to wear less clothes, and other people are seeing more of us. So there's this automatic kind of incentive to start getting in shape. It's just a natural part of the human experience. We want to look good for other humans. We just do. It's just part of how we're built. And so whenever the prospect of seeing other people maybe with a little less clothes on comes up, we start thinking about getting in shape. And so you start working out, and maybe you work out for a while, and maybe you start watching what you eat a little more diligently, and maybe you're sticking to your program pretty good, and you're really cooking for a while. And then you want to start checking your progress. You want to see if all the hard work that you're putting into this program, working out and eating right, and those things are really tough to do, and you want to see that your investment is paying off. Of course you do. Who wouldn't? Who wants to put in a ton of effort and not see results from that effort? You want a return on your investment of time. And so if you're anything like me, what you do is you run to the nearest mirror in your house and you start taking off your clothes and checking everything out. And it's like, oh well, I got a little, and then you start. If see that would be fine. That would be fine. That act of going to the mirror and taking your clothes off and doing an evaluation, it could be totally fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be this pitfall, except when we do it, we're not making a list of all the things we love about ourselves. We're making a list of all the stuff that we want to change, the stuff that we don't like. And we start pinching and we start poking and we start pulling and we start like sucking in and we start trying to change the shape of our body, like to contort it into the shape that we're trying to get to. And all of that is is a psychological kind of um, pitfall to fall into. You start looking for the flaws every time you look in the mirror, and so every time you come to a mirror, it becomes this litany of your flaws. It's not this empowering thing that is driving your program forward. It's this idea that of how much further you have to go to actually get to where you want to go. And that could be very disheartening. The trouble is that looking for results in a mirror is also really not an accurate way to measure your results. Most of the evidence that you're going to get from your fitness program, from working out consistently, from eating right, making wise food choices consistently, the results of those things, most of that happens inside of your body before you start seeing the results on the outside of your body. It could be weeks, maybe even months before you can see any evidence that the program is working on the outside of your body, especially if the only thing you're seeing when you look in the mirror is flaws. So, even though your program might be working like gangbusters and you're just losing a ton of fat, you might not see it in the mirror because sometimes that fat doesn't come off of your belly or your booty or wherever else you don't want it to be. Sometimes it's coming off of some place you can't see, like an internal organ. It doesn't mean that you're not getting leaner. It just means that you can't see it in the mirror. But if you're looking for it there and you don't see it, then you think that your program isn't working. And again, you get disheartened. You get dispirited. It crushes your will to keep moving forward in your program. So, may I suggest that we just come up with a better metric for measuring whether your program is being effective or not. And here's what I suggest. Number one, if you work out consistently, you will see results. There's just no way that you can't. So instead of trying to measure the results of your workout, how about we just measure how often you do work out? How about we just make an X on the calendar every time you get your workout on and you start stringing together a chain of X's, meaning that you're developing a fitness habit, you're working out consistently, and that's your measure. Stay out of the mirror. Don't look in the mirror. Be pleasantly surprised someday in the future when you catch yourself after a shower and you're like, who's that hottie? But for now, don't go buying trouble by looking for the results of your efforts in the mirror. They're not there to be found. Speaking of results, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Tiger Forge Show today. Every day we unpack a concept that will help you take the struggle out of getting in the best shape of your life. And the idea is that you can get great results just from watching each episode. Just like the dance your butt off, this totally counts as your workout. It's an easy win. It's like hitting the easy button on your fitness program. So, until tomorrow, when we're going to unpack another deep thought for Deep Thought Thursday, this is the Tiger signing